edition, a new season, a new look Old Trafford, and a new campaign for the silverware that found its way to Manchester United last time round. Smiling faces in a new team lineup. And right from the big kick, Champions Cup holders Juventus shift into United sights as the Reds march on Europe. A taste of Turin to whet the appetite. Peter Schmeichel is the star in spotlight as we profile United's Great Dane. And you get your say.
Alan who? Oh no, picked the wrong club yet again, haven't they? Poor Alan, never mind it.
We start at the very beginning as we tour United through the alphabet. AA, Arthur Alberston. Ryan Giggs on debut day. The Reds against the Blues. He scored. Or did he? We've got faces of the future. There's a hello to 5 new signings and fond farewells to establishment stars. They've conquered England, now Europe's target number 1. Can United lay the ghost of '68?
Will you keep going until you win the Champions League?
I hope it's not too long away. I might be 90. But I've got to have a go at it now. Got a contract in 58. I don't know what's going to happen after that, but I'm working on it, and I'm trying to make it the Everest in my mind, you know.
The pre-season began with 2 matches in Ireland. The customary friendly welcome accorded to United, who have a following like no other in the north and the south. They began in Portadown, home of the Northern Ireland champions, where all eyes were resting on the 2 new boys on show. Goalkeeper Raymond van der Houw and Norwegian centre-back Ronnie Johnsen. But it was a homegrown boy that claimed star billing, Paul Scholes.
Johnsen. Good run from Cantona. Scholes is inside. Here he is. It's 1-0. Easy as that. They gave the ball to Cantona. He had the vision, and he had the finish. Long ball, the flag stays down. He could be in for number 2. He won't miss it. Paul Scholes. Peebles. Cut out by Keane. Lee Sharp. Keane. Still going. Look at the power. And there's the finish. Yes! At the second attempt. 3-0 United. So, Beckham. Oh, it's in the corner. David Beckham and Tim Dalton can't believe it. Somehow, big smile there from Beckham. Curled it round the wall. And it was in off the post. Teed up for Sharp. Here's Keane. We're inside the last minute of this first half. Keane drills it in, scores! That's the hat-trick. Great smile there from Paul Scholes.
Van der Houw deserved congratulations too, a clean sheet on his debut. Though his true test, the task of all tasks, dislodging the greatest.
What's your name?
My name is Peter Schmeichel.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Where were you born?
I was born in Copenhagen.
What position do you play?
Goalkeeper. I like to think I'm up there. I think that's a lot of goalkeepers. I thought Euro 96 really proved that. There's a lot of goalkeepers where the standard is really high. And I like to think that I'm up between the best 10. When I was a kid, when I was playing, I was either Gary Bailey or Peter Shilton. I used to play handball, which is not a very popular game in this country, but I've played in goals in handball as well, and that's a technique you use there, and it's very effective.
That's what one-on-ones are all about. It's knowing what to do. Look how huge he is. I mean, that's wonderful goalkeeping. And that's not natural. He worked his socks off throughout his career at being able to do that. And he's as good as you'll see one-against-one situations.
I think it's very much down to luck that if you save one or two, the strikers say they'll begin to think about it. They'll begin to think, oh, how do I beat him? And once you've got them to that point, well, they have to think and not react by instinct. You've come a long way. I think myself. It used to be myself anyway. Being bored in the game, trying to do something stupid. It's been hard to control that part of my game. I hope I've got it right now. I think Newcastle this year as well, where we turned the we sort of turned the whole thing around.
Peter Beardsley!
Steve Bruce in that game, he was fantastic. It was like he was saying to himself, I'm home now, I'm in Newcastle, I'm going to show them what they've missed out. When he started, is it 25 years ago? 35 years ago? 45 years ago when he started. I thought Steve he was probably the best defender that I've ever played behind. He's the bravest player I've ever played with. And I mean, he never made mistakes. I never seen him make a mistake. When I turned up the television, was that 3 years ago, and I saw that Oldham was 1-0 up against Aston Villa, and if that was a result, if that was standing, we were champions. That was a fantastic moment.
Oldham somehow scramble it away. The referee takes another look at his watch. Manchester United are the champions of the Premier League because of this result at Villa Park. The celebrations can start in Manchester. It's congratulations to Alex Ferguson and his team.
When it was over, I walked into the street and everybody from our estate was just in the street, happy and singing and dancing. Within 10 minutes, the whole street was crowded with people, and that was fantastic. He's just a human being, and once he's out of the spotlight, he's just like anybody else, and I think he's a great lad.
Did you teach him English, or did he teach you English?
He's trying to teach me French.
And?
I'm not very good.
Really?
No.
What about Danish?
I forget the words. I like to have been 5 years younger, so I could play with these young kids. But I hope I can play another 5 years. And I mean, at the end of 5 years, I mean, what more can I ask?
The winning warm-up continued in Dublin against the League Select 11, with Lee Sharp signing off with a beauty. His last goal in a red shirt. Sharp then set up Gary Pallister for a stunning head-up. So good to see the big man back to fitness. United eventually coasting to a 4-1 victory. But then a step up to the kind of class that will be prevalent in the Champions League, with Ajax providing a real test of strength at Nottingham Forest City Ground. Sunshine and the Umbro Cup.
Frank with the left foot could be the favourite, and here it is, and it's a great effort. That's a magnificent strike from Frank de Boer. Now this is Eli Luanapesi, who's a midfield player, and he looks a young boy, doesn't he? And here goes Beckham into the area. Here's a goal. McClare, yes. Well, it comes within 10 seconds of an Ajax substitution. Thought that they'd countered it, but United have an equaliser from Mr. Dependable. Here's Mosampa, this could be a winner, it's in, Mosampa scores! Long delivery from Pearce, and it's that Campbell free. It's just what Brian Mard was talking about. Can Campbell finish it? He can! It's a superb goal! Right against the run of play. Philip Neville, can United rescue this? It's Beckham, he can hit them, he thumps a great goal! That's the best goal of the tournament by a mile! Fabulous strike, David Beckham, United alive again.
Well, you don't get any better than that, John. That's a fantastic strike from all of 20 yards. Philip Neville just lays the ball square. Wonderful technique here. The ball just coming across him. Bang, straight in the top corner. Mark Crossley had no chance whatsoever.
And they've got to go for the jugular now. And here goes Beckham up against Pearce. United have got 4 ahead of him. One of them is Cantona. Oh, it might be a winner. Manchester United go into the lead thanks to Brian McClair. 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes there by David Beckham. A thrashing shot from him, and then Brian McClair, an instinctive one by him. And it's United who hold the shots, and Philip Neville is steaming forward here, and he'll get forward into the area. Can he round it off? He certainly can. That's a magnificent goal by the young England fullback. It's his first ever for United, and it has surely sealed 3rd place for Manchester United and consigned Nottingham Forest to defeat. Superbly orchestrated, superbly executed.
A fantastic way to finish the tournament with a goal of striker quality from Phil Neville. And from one left back to another, we begin the A to Z of Manchester United.
Now Augustin, played through by Stapleton. Here's Augustin, who rolls it past Grobbelaar.
Houston trying goal! Houston directly from the kick, there's a hole in the wall.
Augustin has won it back from Price. And the goal from Scott McGarvey. Augustin is onside. Right side. Stapleton!
Now, he lost out big time last season, though Kevin Keegan thought he'd stolen a march on Alex Ferguson when Blackburn refused to let Alan Shearer go to Old Trafford. Shearer said his future lay on Tyneside, though Newcastle had to cough up £15 million for the privilege of his company. Time will tell if he made the right decision.
Alan who? Oh no, picked the wrong club yet again, haven't they? Poor Alan, never mind, eh? Never mind, Alan, if you're watching.
He's probably made a good move for himself. I think, to be quite honest, United have got enough talent here. I don't really think that we needed Shearer.
See, if we went to here, that would have been it. We'd have dominated football for the rest of the next century, easy.
Well, that's fair enough. I know what he feels for the home place, like, but should have come here, he would have won more things.
So how many Jordis are Man United supporters then?
More than there's Newcastle supporters.
All right.
I'll get killed for this.
I suppose it takes a very special player for you to have gone in for him twice.
Well, he's only one. It may never happen again. But we felt confident this time because all the indications were coming from Alan that he wanted to join us. And after I met him the Monday and spoke to his agent the Thursday, we were convinced he was coming here. But his meeting with Jack Walker was obviously crucial to Alan and myself, and then obviously Newcastle. But from what I can gather, Jack Walker says over his dead body type thing, he can't go to Manchester United. He probably broke down crying.
Shearer's presence certainly didn't do any harm to the hype surrounding the clash of the Uniteds in the Charity Shield. For the black and white, Shearer's signing represented the final piece in the jigsaw. Unfortunately, it takes more than money to bring success, and when the whistle blew, it was Kevin Keegan who needed cheering up again.
And Cantona's got a gap to go through. Well stopped, Cernicek comes back to Cantona again. He's got a second chance and he doesn't take that one either. Beckham gets away from Albert. Scholes is with him. Cantona is free. It's another chance for Cantona, and this time he's taken it. You can't keep losing him as Newcastle have been doing without paying the price.
Everyone might be looking at David Beckham and saying great vision, but he's got a lot to thank Paul Scholes for, Martin. As he's got, watch, he didn't see it quite there. Scholes actually points to Beckham to go the other way because he saw Cantona in the better position. Just here he's pointing to Beckham. Beckham suddenly sees he's there, and this is danger bells. He's missed the first one. I never expected him to miss that one.
Giggs, Cantona pulling away from Albert again. Not coping with the quality of his work off the ball, let alone what he does when he's in possession. And here's another one. Beckham's cross, and Nicky Butt flying in with the header.
Well, if this is only a curtain raiser, Martin, for the rest of this season, what have we got to look forward to? That is a magnificent goal. Again, we talked about the passing. Wonderful pass, cross-field for Cantona's run. Now watch this for a drilled cross. He absolutely drills it.
No flag. Beckham. 3-0.
Well, who else but Cantona, Martin, would you expect to orchestrate it? They played 2, 3, 4 little passes in the midfield. Perhaps everyone's getting a track to the ball. Look at the run of Beckham. It's perfectly timed. And the finish, well, goalkeeper made his mind up. And the young lad, he has a quick look here, sees him coming and thinks, well, I'll have my Wembley goal. Thank you very much.
It's Keane. Well. This is getting very, very embarrassing for Kevin Keegan and company.
Well, that's sloppy. I know they're 3-0 down, but the way Roy Keane was able just to stand outside the area, no one near him, look at that, look at him. And they roll it to him, and it seemed to go through Sundercheck. I have to say the goalkeeper should save that in my book.
The Littlewoods FA Charity Shield is on display at Old Trafford for the next year, if they can find room for it.
After achieving so much last season, what more can you possibly do this year?
One more, it's always more. So we try to win a lot of things. Now we got a big squad. It's to play everything to win.
Were you surprised by the difference between the two sides and the final scoreline?
Yes, to be polite.
And a wonderful occasion for competition winner Ray Bartram to witness. He agreed with Alex Ferguson that Eric Cantona's cup final winner was the goal of last season. I'm sure he had a fabulous day. There was an emotional farewell, meanwhile, for Steve Bruce, who said his goodbyes before the Inter Milan game at Old Trafford. Bruce, who's been asked to spearhead Birmingham City's promotion campaign, and certainly there's no better leader around.
Looking at it, I'm the type who needs a challenge, who needs to play, and I believed at my stage in my career, if I was just going to be maybe sitting on the bench or part of the squad, I would stagnate a little bit. I don't think it's possible to leave me out for 2 and 3 months at a time, and then trying to perform when you come in. I think you can do that when you're a bit younger. I think at my age it's probably impossible, and the animal in me says that I've got to play on, and it's as simple as that.
There must be so many memories of Manchester United. Will there be one abiding memory?
On a personal thing, I think probably the 2 goals against Sheffield Wednesday when we went on to win the league is probably the highlight.
There was a warm welcome for another old boy, Paul Ince, who was captaining Inter Milan, though the biggest ovation was reserved for the new faces in red shirts.
McClare. Scholes and chased that to Pavorsky, and he's done that with great gusto past Bergame. Cruyff! Well, he hit it very well indeed, and the goalkeeper got his fingertips to it. Djurkaeff. It's too high for Branca, but Salarano comes in and tucks this chance away.
Now, he may not be able to understand English, but Karol Poborski can recognise a rapturous reception when he hears one. The star of Euro 96 has made one big hit with the fans, the name on everybody's lips and everybody's shirts.
Samozřejmě, že jsou výborní, ale pro mě obrovské překvapení, že jsem slyšel, že Manchester má vůbec největší fans na světě, což je vynikající. Jsem strašně rád, že jsem se mohl dostat do takového klubu, kde je taková podpora diváků, a pro nás na hřišti je to samozřejmě obrovské povzbuzení a patří jim za to obrovský dík.
We hoped that the Championship would throw up a player who could emerge young and a progressive player who would develop at Old Trafford, and I think most people would agree that Poborski was probably one of the best players in the Championship. So we moved and we had a bit of opposition, but we managed to secure him. And I think once he gets used to the English game, he'll be a tremendous player.
Poborski is getting used to life at United. He never got this attention at Slavia Prague. It's all part of settling into the way of life, fitting into the profile, developing the personality and learning the language.
No tak angličtina mám za sebou asi 3 lekce, takže řeknu dobrý den, nashledanou, ale jako to je všechno.
Umíš nadávat po anglicky?
No...
Fotbalisticky nadávat.
To mi jde skoro dobře, no.
The individualistic Karol Poborski fitting in with the system, conforming, not completely.
Nechá si ustřednout vlasy.
No.
And so with the preliminaries over, seconds out for the main action and a heavyweight contest at Wimbledon to begin the defence of the crown. 4 away games in the first 6, and when United go to Selhurst Park, there's never a dull moment. 17th of August 1996. It'll be remembered for one of the greatest moments of all.
There's Leonardson. And Keane. It's a promising burst this. Cantona and Scholes are to his left. Cunningham heads it out, only as far as Nicky Butt. Here's Cantona! Oh! What can you say? It was a good move right from the start, but when Butt found Cantona here, he only needed one touch to bring it down. And a supreme volley beats Sullivan in the corner. Nice touch that by Nicky Butt. Roy Keane's got Jordi Cruyff here. 2 to block, it's Cruyff again. Good save. The Keane, and outside him Irwin. Keane again, and Irwin again. Oh. Dennis Irwin makes it 2-0 to Manchester United, and really Vinnie Jones lost him there. It's Roy Keane who plays the ball in, but Jones is the player who's tracking Irwin back. Even then he squeezes the shot inside the near post of Neil Sullivan. Here's Cruyff again. Scholes and Cruyff. Well, it was close. Here's Cantona. And it's Keane. Scholes is to his left. Keane shoots, hits the bar. What an astonishing goal by David Beckham from the halfway line. Sullivan couldn't get back. Well, you might expect Eric Cantona to do that, but he would have admired it. David Beckham, surely an England player of the future, scores a goal that will be talked about and replayed for years.
It's unprecedented, you know. It's never happened before. It's a cracking goal. Pele never did it. No one's ever done that before. It is goal of the season.
Oh, absolutely superb, isn't it? You know, his vision is absolutely unbelievable, and to chip it from there was fantastic.
Brilliant.
It was out of the blue, and he looked up, and there it was. It wasn't any luck involved, was it? He seen what he was going to do, and he done it. Brilliant.
I don't think you're going to see a goal as good as it for the rest of the season.
But then Beckham's been building up to this with firepower of the like you seldom see. He doesn't score ordinary goals. His collection is 24 carat from 25 yards. Beckham's boots, providing his manager with the special moment of the season so far.
I said at the start of the season in Match of the Day and to the press after the Wimbledon game, I said, we've seen the goal of the season already, because I've never seen it done before, and we all scratched our head after the game trying to remember one. Someone come up with Naeem's goal in the Cup Winners' Cup final against Arsenal, but I think it was entirely different. I think it was an entirely different type of goal. It wasn't even from the position David Beckham was in. It was a marvellously struck ball, and it needed accuracy, power, and the vision to see the goalkeeper's position. You admire the boy's vision and seeing him spotting the goalkeeper off his line. I think that has to be the first thing. Because if the goalkeeper's in his line, he's never going to score, and they're never going to attempt it. But the main feature of the goal was the fact that he's set up himself very well, and he struck it perfectly. And he's a very good striker of the ball. And it's just went like an arrow into the back of the net. Someone says it could have gone anywhere, it was heading for Brighton. And I says, yeah, and if the net hadn't been there, it probably would have been in Brighton.
What may well be the goal of the season on the first day of the season, and what may go down as well as one of the great goals of our time.
Saying, man, how long are you gonna run this way like that? Tango.
Are you gonna run this way like that forever?
It's always the same. So I looked at her. This way like that forever. No! Oh. I'm going down off a big street. I'm gonna crown this girl that I need. I'm gonna talk slow. From my head to my feet. Yes, you will. If that's the only way to make this put the right letters together, make a better day.
The talk was of Father Time when Everton came to visit. The manager's watch was set for kick-off. The players were set to put on a show. It was so dramatic, time seemed to stand still. And in the end, time just ran out.
Brawley, alongside of Craig Shaw, who certainly hasn't got the pace of Giggs, hasn't got the balance of Giggs. He's away. He's got Cantona to aim for. He's got a spare man in Poborski. Goalkeeper off his line. He goes for the chip. Oh! That's his speciality, and he almost brought a delicacy to his debut at Old Trafford. And Chelskis. It's fast football. Chelskis. Good control from Ferguson. Great turn! Oh, what a goal by Duncan Ferguson! He silences Old Trafford. Chelskis. Too far for Stewart. No, he does well to keep it in. Treading the tightrope there. Chested down by Ferguson. Speed. Stretch for Hinchcliffe. Schmeichel's lost it and Ferguson scored again! He's tormenting Manchester United! Cantona. Jordi Cruyff. Giggs. Cantona. Spare man's Beckham. Beckham's cross, Giggs! Oh, what a save by Southall! That was incredible! Beckham flicks it in. Cruyff! Oh! He makes his mark at Old Trafford. Jordi Cruyff in his first Premiership game here. Nods Manchester United back into the game. Every Everton player pinned back in the vicinity of his 18-yard box. This is Irwin. It's a cross, it takes it, 2 deflections, and a cruel, cruel own goal for David Unsworth. But you have to say it's what Manchester United have deserved for their second half comeback. Irwin takes the plaudits. Cantona. Giggs onside. 3 in support. Good cross. Last man is McClare. Southall to the rescue. Danger still not over. Irwin puts it in. What a game. Still the referee. Not in a hurry to end the game. Cantona through. Cruyff can finish it. Cruyff can finish it. Cruyff can't finish it. It's a game of so many false endings.
No doubt the fans would have liked to see it go on all night. Alex Ferguson, for one, thought they should have seen a lot more.
Saved it in the last minute. Extraordinary stuff. And look at Mark Hughes, the volleying specialist, but he's never left it as late as that.
Yes, it must be for George Best. My side, that's incredible. Robbins! Yes!
It's Giggs! That could be the one!
Cruyff. Schot! Ja, is het erin!
In the 1970s, there was no one to touch the master Johan Cruyff. Tough then when you're a son trying to follow in the old man's footsteps. Such has been the way of it for Jordi Cruyff. And it's to his eternal credit that he's not done a bad job so far.
Is it hard having such a famous father? Has it been tough?
Well, people imagine it harder and make it harder as it really is. I mean, I've never had a problem with it. Only Press normally wants to make a nice story out of it, and you know, that's how things go. And you just accept it.
Do you do the Cruyff turn?
Well, I think many players do. So No, I don't really study it. You know, it just comes out sometimes, or it doesn't. You don't know.
Jordi made his television debut as an extra in a family picture. The strips were multicoloured in those days. Though his father has always been a guiding influence, he took young Jordi to Barcelona. But when Cruyff Sr. departed, Alex Ferguson stepped in.
I saw his father left. I said, that could be something there. That would be an ideal time. We watched him all the games in the championships. I thought he did exceptionally well. I think he's a player with enormous talent. He'll score goals. And once he gets stronger and gets used to the pace of our game, he'll be, I think, a terrific player.
England has a very different style of playing. I mean, what you really want to get are goals, only it's a different way of achieving them. So it's different, but I think it's a whole new, and I think if you survive in England, you survive anywhere.
But even the toughest have to take a rest sometimes. Injuries to Roy Keane and Nicky Butt, leaving a gaping hole in the United engine room when Blackburn came to Old Trafford.
Blackburn's throw. Couple in the middle. Kevin Gallagher's unattended, and it is a goal for Blackburn Rovers. Paul Warhurst right on the line. Straight down the middle from Schmeichel. It's short from Hendry, and Jordi Cruyff has equalised.
Well, normally one of the most reliable centre-halves in the business. I've always said it's fatal if you're a centre-back if you allow the ball to bounce. And watch this. You've got to go and meet the ball full and head it clear. Now when it bounces, there's always a risk of problem. It's a fantastic finish. To control it so subtly, this isn't easy. He knows he hasn't got enough room to work with, but he's got to get it up. A tall goalkeeper over him and down into the net. He did it beautifully.
Terrific play by Bohinen. Brilliant play. And it's got past Schmeichel for a glorious goal, and Blackburn are back in front, and all the work of Lars Bohinen.
Well, that's as good an individual goal as you're likely to see from a team coming to Old Trafford. Goals have conceded from long balls down the pitch. Goalkeeper does everything he can. I mean, that ain't good defending, I have to say it yet again. In between players, a free header on. Goalkeeper does what he should do, he saves the first shot, that's all he can do. Goes back to Solskjaer and he doesn't have bury the second one. Two very well struck shots.
Put forward beautifully by Irwin. Great control from Giggs. There's real menace about this Manchester United attack which started from so deep. Giggs, Cruyff, Giggs, could be one of the great goals. Cruyff. Cantona. Cruyff. Oh, has he kept it in? The game does go on. It's David Beckham. Oh, well played, Tim Flowers again.
This is Alex's reaction to this one. As Cruyff went, it looked like it just gone out. Certainly looked like he may have caught it and seen it again. Linesman's got the best view of this. But I bet he fancied Beckham.
What a dream debut for the Norwegian from nowhere. Alex Ferguson obviously knew something that nobody else did until now. Introducing a natural-born goal scorer.
I like what I've seen of him so far, Martin.
The first question I'd like to ask you is, how do you pronounce your name?
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Right. And what about the players here? Can they pronounce it?
They call me Ole, so that's the easiest one.
This is a young lad who's, like a lot of Norwegian players, developed late. He's only played amateur football, minor amateur football, a couple of years back. Then signed for Molde about a year and a half ago. Got into the first team last year, just sprouted wings. And we just had to get the right information at the right time.
What are your strengths? What are you best at, would you say, about your game?
I score goals in different angles, and that's what I can, score goals. Played 5 international matches for Norway, scored 4 goals. And, I hope it's there for they buy me.
I'm sure it is. What else do you do apart from football? Are you interested in any hobbies or music or whatever?
I collected autographs earlier, but I have to stop that now.
People will be after your autograph now.
Yes, they are. So.
What was the best autograph you got?
I've got Sylvester Stallone.
Really? Did you meet him?
No, I didn't meet him. I sent him a letter. So.
Anyone else?
Yes, I got Diego Maradona, all the good football players up in the years. So, and I got a lot of friends who wants autographs of the United side now. So I have to collect some for them, I think.
He was always going to be a star from the moment he caught the camera's gaze, the Bambi-like posture belying a burgeoning talent. Alex Ferguson was desperate to get his man. In his first season, he was presented with the club's Young Player of the Year award from an admiring Sir Matt Busby, who was delighted to see him that day make a full debut in a Manchester derby.
It's a strong United lineup. The surprise is the inclusion of 17-year-old Ryan Giggs, the speedy Welsh winger who arrived in a blaze of publicity last November and starts a game for the first time today.
So how did the manager break it? Just goes 1 to 11 was Giggs that day?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was. I can remember he was, there was like a chart of all the players on, and he was just putting everyone in each position, and I was number 11.
What were your feelings?
I couldn't believe it at first. I had to ask someone, you know, did he call my name out then? And then, you know, I was just really nervous.
It was a lovely day, pitch was lively, and I said to him, well, just play as an outside left, but don't be afraid to go inside and just enjoy yourself.
I can remember the crowd were brilliant. You know, when my name was called out, they cheered, and you know, that made me feel, you know, a lot calmer. And eventually, when the game started, it all went so quickly.
Giggs got it clear, and here goes Brian McClair. Hughes in support, Giggs is trying to get there too. McClair taking on Poynton. In towards Mark Hughes, Ryan Giggs maybe. Andy Hill will know he's been in a game today if Giggs gets the service. We approach the midpoint in the first half. And that's a great layoff by Hughes. McClair. Awkward, goalkeeper had to come, it's gone in, and Colin Hendry.
Tell me about the goal.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy about that. I can remember Mark Hughes being in the centre of their half, and I think he volleyed it out to Brian McClair, and Chucky took a few touches and then crossed it, and I ran in front of the near post hoping to get a touch, and it just bobbled over my leg, and I think it come off Colin Hendry and went in.
So whose goal was it?
Well, I can remember Colin Hendry doing an interview afterwards saying that, you know, he didn't want the goal. If the kid wants it, then, you know, let him have it. So, and the manager says, you know, you claim it.
So the kid was happy to claim it?
I was very happy to claim it, yeah.
Good challenge by Giggs. Here comes Hughes. McClair is free down the centre. Great ball by Mark Hughes. Margison stayed at home. McClair now has Giggs and Hughes in support. Irwin here too. Dennis Irwin. And now Ryan Giggs. Hughes furthest forward in support. Good turn by Giggs. Waited his moment. Almost reached McClair. Webb. Giggs again with another chance. Ooh, and he went for glory. Seeing more of the ball now, Ryan Giggs. And the Manchester City defence have seen more of his pace and his skill as a result. Giggs, McClair. Giggs again. Wasn't really expecting a return pass. On by Heath. Pallister. Blackmore. Webb's made a great run from the back and he's onside. Neil Webb with a real chance here. 2-0. Now the referee has pulled play back. The game had already stopped. United making the substitution. And young Ryan Giggs' afternoon comes to an end.
When a boy makes his debut, it tells you so many things, his temperament, and is nervous, whether he's nervous or not. And it was just another game to Ryan. He never sweats. You know, he's cool and he's handled it all so calmly, you know.
You know, I've always been a Man United supporter, so that day, you know, was a dream come true, and it certainly was the fate of dreams that day.
Hardly a wall set up from Peter Schmeichel. It's Larsson to take it. Oh! A great goal from the Derby County midfielder. It had to be to beat Schmeichel from that kind of range. Cantona. United fighting straight back. Giggs in from the wing. Swerved, it took a well-timed tip over from Holt to stop Giggs, who quite clearly thought that was going in. Beckham takes control, plays left and right, he shoots. Oh, dear me! Yet another mighty goal for the boy with bullets in his boots. The players to the left and right were just decoys. The goalkeeper couldn't have been better positioned. Some goal.
A largely disappointed familiar faces. Lee Sharp of Leeds United next to renew the acquaintance. Sharp, who grew up in a red shirt, having been plucked from Torquay and obscurity by Alex Ferguson. How does he do it? A great character, a great player. Sharpie's given us some memorable moments.
Winterburn doing just enough. Sharp pinching it back from Dixon. It's a beauty! It's raining goals at Highbury! By McClare. Dennis Irwin. Hughes. Rode the foul tackle. Set up Irwin again. Great cross. Sharp. Great goal. Just what United needed. Hughes to Wallace. Still United going forward in search of more. Lee Sharp. Hat-trick hunting. He just won't believe this night is happening to him.
Lee said himself the reunion would be a strange occasion, and they come and they go, but United keep rolling along.
There's Johnson off the line, Johnson off the line, goal! Manchester United take the lead in their first attack, and Ronny Johnsen, the Norwegian, well, how many bites at that did he have? The Leeds defenders trying to cover their goalkeeper, scrambled it away twice, but here's the first header by Johnsen. Off the line by Ford, in again by Johnsen, off the line a second time. That has to be an own goal by the goalkeeper, surely. It went in off his head. It's Cruyff. He went past Kelly all too easily. And a follow-up, oh, well saved. Nicky Butt can't believe that. Oh, another lovely flick from Eric Cantona. Goodness me, that was worth paying to see. Here's Giggs. Irwin's made a great run down the left, inside to Cruyff. Charles, full-back, penalty. Yes, David Weatherall, well spotted by Martin Bodnam. No question that he was pulled back. Wonderful move started by Cantona. Giggs, Irwin, here's Cruyff. There's the pullback of the shirt by Weatherall. It must be a penalty, it must also be a booking. And on the ground, where he was once a hero, Eric Cantona to take the penalty against Leeds. Oh, he's missed it. Well, I've never seen Cantona miss a penalty before. Beckham, 5 forwards up, but a poor pass. And given away carelessly by Hart, and Poborski for Manchester United. It's a good run, this. Oh, and Nicky Butt! 2-0. And a fine piece of play by Nicky Butt in particular, but also by the provider, Karol Poborski. Poborski coming through after Hart had given the ball away, and look at Nicky Butt between the two white shirts and just prodding the ball past the advancing goalkeeper. Ian Rush getting in front of his marker there. David Beckham, look at that. He's everywhere. And a good pass too to Cantona. That changes the whole shape of the play. And here's Karol Poborski right through on goal for Manchester United. And that just about seals it. It's 3-0. And Cantona congratulated by his colleagues, as is Poborski. And the opportunity put really on a plate for him by a delicate little pass from the captain, which sent him absolutely clear. Neville, effortless in the way they've dominated proceedings at times. And Cantona again, and that's just how easy he's made it look. Well, well, well. If he felt the need to make up for the penalty, he's done it in time added on for stoppages. And it's 4-0 to Manchester United.
The first meaningful league table of the season saw United in 5th place, still unbeaten, and the win against Leeds, the perfect preparation for the European dream.
It's a bad night for Manchester United.
2 years ago, Barcelona shattered any hopes of progress, but that was a United side shorn of foreign stars. A lot's changed since then.
I think this team is more mature now. A lot of people have gained experience. And I think with years, the English football will adapt itself in Europe, because there have been problems the last 4 or 5 years. I think now's the time for English clubs to stand up in Europe. I think English clubs will do well, and I hope we will also.
If you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And the fancied names just roll off the tongue. Milan, Juventus, Ajax. As a seeded team, United were drawn with the champions Juventus, but they look to have a real chance of making progress.
We'll win it.
It might be a wee bit hard.
I think if we win our home games and pick up a couple of points away from home, we can get to the quarterfinals. And I think it's anybody's game then. All depends on the draw. Goes a little bit of luck, and hopefully he'll come back here.
Jordi, I think they'll do well this year. We've been there a couple of times now. Seen the draw, it's one of the easiest ones I thought. We'll like to win in the Milan group, so I think we'll do well this year.
It took a penalty shootout to do it, but Juventus beat Ajax to win what United want most of all, the European Cup. But since May, captain Gianluca Vialli has thrown in his hand with Chelsea, while striking partner Ravanelli has swapped the Po for the T's, as Juventus look to the future.
We want a team good for the next 5-6 years, and so we both young players like Zidane, like Vieri, like Amoruso, like Ametrano, Giuliano, Montero, and Boxy too is just 26, and so we are working for the future. We want to be at the top level for the next 5-6 years.
Well, I was reasonably pleased with the draw. I mean, I'd have preferred to obviously to get stayed away from Juventus. I'd rather have got AC Milan, to be honest with you. Rapid Vienna had a fantastic result against Dynamo Kiev. I mean, that makes you sit up, doesn't it? I mean, they're one of the more powerful sides in Europe for the last 20 years. So we're well aware of that. Fenerbahce, well, in Turkey, with very fanatical supporters. They had been to win over there. And they must be a decent side having won the championship over Galatasaray.
The Champions League fixture list offered United an immediate trip to Turin, a true test, and without doubt, the hardest way to start.
This is Turin, or Torino, as the locals say, on the banks of the River Po. Beautiful, don't you think? Now, we know it's the home of Juventus, but did you also know it's also the home of the Italian motor car, Alfa Romeo, Ferrari and Fiat. It's also the home of absolutely breathtaking architecture. And of course, there's the grazie, the most delicious ice cream in the world. Bellissimo. course, the old cappuccino. And, of course, football.
Oh, yes, Cantona.
Cantona, you like him?
Not bad.
In training, the players were sharp and, more importantly, relaxed. United were wearing a smile on the face as they looked ahead confidently to the challenge.
I think it's a good game. It's going to whet everybody's appetite, isn't it? It's going to excite our fans that are going to come across. I think it's exciting for everybody back in England to see us play the European champions first game off. And you know, I'm sure all the boys, they can see them, they're buzzing tonight. They're enjoying themselves out there, and hopefully we'll be relaxed and confident tomorrow night as well.
Del Piero curling it in, not such a good one. And a shot, will he get there? Oh, it's gone in, and it's Conte. It's Conte for Juventus. But wait, the free kick's been given, the goal's disallowed. Alistair stays in there. In the end, they get it clear. And the break is on now for Boxic. There's a chance of Boxic. And he scored! This time it counts. With the cross. And Poborski almost got in on the end of it as well. That's as threatening as Manchester United have looked in this game. Boxic again. Shot on the turn maybe. Oh, good save. A super save by Schmeichel. My goodness, he hit that well.
That's a very difficult start for us. We've got the home game against Rapid again, which I'm sure we'll have a real go there, and hopefully we can win that and start eating up the points, because you probably need 10 points, as we were talking about yesterday, to definitely qualify. And I think that's, having seen today, I think we can do that.
Alex Ferguson defiantly upbeat. It may not make happy reading, but the hardest tie is out of the way. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.